How bad are Manchester United? Manchester United's season has been a wild, chaotic, unpredictable mess. The kind that leaves fans wondering, are we actually good or is this just a fever dream?
When we first came, we're looking at the screen and we're seeing all these highlights for the legends that was here. It's embarrassing. What legends is my children going to look up to and say, yo, I remember so-and-so. Who do you remember?
And I brought my children over tonight for their first ever Champions League game. I might as well put them out there.
Can't keep blaming managers all the time. Jose Mourinho, one of the best managers in the last decade, couldn't handle Man United. Why we keep blaming managers? We need to start looking at the players.
This guy is a good manager. What's the alternative? We've sacked serial winners over draws like Martial.
One week, they're taking down a title contender with fluid attacking football with beautiful goals.
Is this his moment? Bruno Fernandes!
The next, they're getting bullied by mid-table teams that shouldn't even be in the conversation.
Bruno Fernandes. West Ham have been opened up again. Here's Dallo.
Oh. It's the ultimate case of Jekyll and Hyde football. Just when you think United have figured things out, when Bruno Fernandes is firing, when Højlund is finally scoring, when the midfield looks balanced, they go and collapse against teams that cost half their wage bill. It's a season of extremes. When they win, they look like genuine contenders. When they lose, they look like a dysfunctional mid-table club in disguise.
Ahmad. Shot comes in and it's right. Oh, tall player and Tyson. It's 3-on-2. It's Kobe Maino.
So what's the issue? Tactics, mentality, injuries, ownership? Or is this just the reality of modern Manchester United? This club was built on winning and dominance. Now, they're a team struggling to find an identity. They've spent over £1 billion since Sir Alex and Ferguson left. But where's the progress? How did Manchester United going from being the biggest club in England to a team celebrating 4th place like it's a trophy? Strap in, because we're about to break down just how bad United really are.
When you think of Man United, probably going back to when they won that first title in '93, was it the first Premier League title? Michael and Cantona are the ones that jump out to me. A fellow who's going to get you goals at a vital moment. And right now, Man United haven't got a centre forward or a goalie. So I think if anyone's short in those areas, I just don't see how you do it. I just think the greatest teams, some of the teams these lads have played in, your goalkeeper and centre forward, and then you sort of almost build around that. And Man United haven't got that.
At the start of the 2024 to 2025 season, Manchester United showcased moments of brilliance that reignited hope among fans. Notable victories such as the 3-0 triumph over Southampton on September 14, 2024, and the commanding 3-0 win against Leicester City on November 10, 2024, highlighted the team's potential. Marcus Rashford's dynamic performances during these matches were particularly electrifying, suggesting a resurgence in form. Defensively, the team appeared more organized, with clean sheets against Everton on December 1, 2024, and Southampton indicating newfound stability. Manager Ruben Amorim's tactical approach seemed effective, blending attacking flair with defensive resilience. However, beneath these positive outcomes, underlying issues persisted. Defensive lapses were evident in matches like the 3-0 defeat over Liverpool on September 1, 2024, and the 3-0 loss to Tottenham Hotspur on September 29, 2024. These games expose vulnerabilities in United's backline, raising concerns about consistency. Midfield balance also remained a challenge. Pundits, including Jamie Carragher, pointed out the team's midfield setup as a significant problem, highlighting how opponents could exploit spaces, leaving players like Casemiro isolated and overwhelmed.
I must say that in terms of, doesn't mean like there's been a real improvement in the team. We know that for the results, but also individual players. There's nothing to really hang your hat on.
While early season victories provided optimism, they masked deeper structural issues. When United couldn't assert dominance, they struggled to adapt, revealing a fragility that would become more pronounced as the season progressed. The initial highs, rather than indicating genuine progress, served to paper over cracks that would later widen under pressure. So the million-dollar question is, what's Manchester United's main problem? Well, the issue is much more complicated than meets the eye. So let's delve into it. The main problem: inconsistency and finishing. Manchester United's season has been plagued by inconsistency, particularly in their attacking play. Despite creating numerous opportunities, the team has struggled to convert these chances into goals.
Manchester United here for Marcus Rashford. He's put it the offside.
Bruno Fernandes misses!
Strikers Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee have been at the center of this issue, failing to find the back of the net with the regularity expected of them. Their inability to capitalize on clear-cut opportunities has directly impacted United's results. leading to drop points in matches where they had the upper hand.
Old Trafford rises to its feet. Garnacho gets the crossing. Sexy! Oh, it's another brilliant save from David Raya. In the game in midweek against Real Sociedad. Turned over. Rasmus Højlund in the penalty area. It goes down.
This inefficiency in front of goal has a cascading effect on the team's overall performance. When the attack falters, it places additional pressure on a defense that has shown vulnerabilities, particularly from set pieces. United have conceded 10 goals from set pieces this season, with 8 coming in the last 7 matches under manager Ruben Amorim. The combination of a misfiring attack and the fragile defense has resulted in a series of disappointing outcomes. For instance, in their 1-0 loss to Tottenham, United registered 16 shots but failed to score, highlighting their offensive inefficiency. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach. Improving finishing through targeting training, bolstering the squad with a clinical striker, and reinforcing defensive solidity, especially during set pieces, are critical steps. Without these improvements, United's aspirations for success will remain unfulfilled, as they continue to let winnable games slip away due to their own shortcomings. Teams have learned how to expose United. Another reason Man United is struggling is because opponents have developed effective strategies to exploit Manchester United's defensive frailties. By adopting a deep defensive stance and launching swift counterattacks, teams capitalize on the spaces left by United's advancing fullbacks. This tactic has repeatedly unsettled United's defense, leading to numerous conceded goals. The midfield's vulnerability becomes particularly evident in the absence of Casemiro. Without his defensive prowess and ability to break up opposition plays, United often struggles to maintain control in the center of the park. This loss of midfield dominance allows opponents to dictate the tempo and exploit gaps between the lines. Set pieces defending has emerged as a significant concern. In 2024, United conceded 17 goals from set pieces in the Premier League, excluding penalties, a figure that surpassed all other teams that year. This alarming trend underscores issues such as poor marking, lack of aerial dominance, and organizational lapses during dead ball situations. Despite acknowledging these shortcomings, the team's inability to consistently win first contacts has led to serve punishments from opponents.
Again, a congested 6-yard box. A lot of players around.
Addressing these defensive vulnerabilities is imperative. Without significant improvements in counterattack resilience, midfield stability, and set-piece organization, United will continue to face challenges against teams adept at exploiting these weaknesses. Tactical issues, or just lack of quality. Ruben Amorim's appointment as Manchester United manager brought a tactical shift to a 3-4-3 formation, aiming to revitalize the team's performance. However, the implementation has highlighted significant challenges, particularly concerning player compatibility with the system. Defensively, the back three has struggled. Harry Maguire's lack of pace has been exposed, causing vulnerabilities against swift counterattacks. Diogo Dalot's inconsistency at right wingback has further compounded defensive frailties, limiting both defensive solidity and attacking support from wide areas. Additionally, goalkeeper Andre Onana's decision-making has appeared shaky, undermining confidence in the defensive unit.
Onana, is his position in jeopardy?
I don't see how it's not. It's just blatantly obvious that Onana single-handedly is causing them huge results. I don't know how much longer you can justify continuing to have Onana in there, coughing up leads, coughing up games, and these are single-handed mistakes.
De Gea, without a club, sipping tea somewhere. Crazy. Looking at this.
In midfield, the pairing of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen has faced difficulties. Despite their experience, they have been caught out in transitions, struggling to provide the necessary dynamism and coverage required in Amorim's system. This has led to opponents exploiting spaces, particularly when possession is lost. The introduction of Manuel Ugarte and later Bruno Fernandes showed some improvement, suggesting that personnel adjustments might be necessary to achieve midfield stability. Offensively, the reliance on individual brilliance remains evident. When key players like Bruno Fernandes or Marcus Rashford fail to deliver moments of magic, the team's creativity diminishes. The 3-4-3 formation demands high work rates from wingbacks and cohesive movement from attacking players, which has been inconsistent. The lack of a coherent attacking strategy has resulted in missed opportunities and a failure to convert possession into goals. The core issue lies in whether the current squad possesses the quality and attributes to execute Amorim's tactical vision effectively. The system, in theory, offers balance and flexibility, but its success hinges on players who can fulfill specific roles with consistency and intelligence. As it stands, the mismatch between tactical demands and player capabilities continues to hinder Manchester United's progress. The over-reliance on key players. Manchester United's performance this season has been heavily dependent on a select group of key players, notably Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Amad Diallo. This over-reliance has exposed the squad's fragility and lack of depth, leading to inconsistent results. Bruno Fernandes' goal-scoring form has been a barometer for United's success. In matches where Fernandes finds the net, the team often secures victory. However, when he fails to score, United's attacking strategy appears disjointed, lacking alternative avenues to goal. This dependency underscores a critical issue: the absence of a diversified attacking approach, making the team predictable and easier to defend against. Injuries have further exacerbated United's woes. The loss of Lisandro Martinez to a season-ending ACL injury has significantly weakened the defense, removing a crucial pillar of stability. Similarly, Luke Shaw's prolonged absence due to injury has deprived the team of his defensive solidity and offense support from the left flank. Casemiro's unavailability has left a void in the midfield, diminishing the team's ability to control play and protect the backline. Marcel Sabitzer highlighted these absences, stating that without leaders like Casemiro, Shaw, and Martinez, the team's structure and stability are compromised. These injuries have exposed the squad's lack of depth and inadequacy of backup options. The team struggles to adapt tactically and maintain performance levels without these key players, reveal shortcomings in squad building and strategic planning. This situation has led to discussion about a significant squad overhaul, with reports suggesting that United plans to offload at least 10 first-team players in the upcoming transfer window to address these deficiencies. In summary, Manchester United's over-reliance on a few key players, coupled with the lack of quality depth, has resulted in a fragile team structure. Addressing these issues is imperative for the club to regain competitiveness and resilience in the face of challenges. The squad depth problem. Manchester United's lack of squad depth has become a glaring issue, with the bench often failing to provide the necessary impact during crucial moments. High-profile signings like Antony, acquired for £90 million, have underperformed, contributing to the team's struggles. Jadon Sancho, currently on loan at Chelsea with a £25 million obligation to buy, has also failed to meet expectations, tallying only 2 goals and 6 assists in 28 appearances. The reliance on young talents like Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo further highlights the squad's inadequacies. Garnacho at 20 has been rotated between positions without securing a defined role, while Mainoo, despite his technical skills, has faced challenges adapting to the physical demands of the Premier League. Critics have pointed to the club's transfer strategy as a contributing factor. Despite significant investments, the acquisitions have not translated into the desired on-field success, leading to questions about the decision-making process behind these signings. Addressing the squad depth problem is imperative for Manchester United to regain competitiveness. A clear, strategic approach to transfers, focusing on both quality and fit within the team's tactical framework, is essential to build a squad capable of challenging at the highest levels. Ruben Amorim's future and United's next steps. The appointment of Ruben Amorim as Manchester United's manager has sparked debate regarding the root causes of the team's underperformance. Is the tactical approach flawed, or does the squad lack necessary quality to execute his vision? While Amorim's strategies have shown promise in theory, inconsistent execution on the pitch suggests deeper issues within the squad.
And I think it's not a free hit, because I think you'd expect a bit more from Manchester United than what we're seeing since he's been in. It's very difficult to come in during the season and not have his pre-season to implement his plans with the...
Compounding these challenges are long-standing concerns about the club's ownership and strategic decision. The Glazer family's tenure has been marked by questions over financial priorities and a perceived absence of a cohesive footballing vision. This has manifested in erratic recruitment policies, where marquee signings often seem disconnected from tactical necessities, leading to an imbalanced squad. The recent acquisition of a 25% stake in Manchester United by Sir Jim Ratcliffe's Ineos Group introduced a potential shift in the club's trajectory. Ratcliffe's investment, which includes a commitment of $200 million towards infrastructure improvements at Old Trafford, signifies a substantial commitment to the club's future. He has expressed a dedication to restoring Manchester United to its former glory, emphasizing the need for strategic planning and investment. A harsh reality check. Manchester United currently find themselves adrift from the elite echelons of football. While not abysmal, they lag behind top-tier teams that have evolved with the modern game. To bridge this gap, United must embrace a comprehensive overhaul, focusing on strategic signings and robust leadership. The anticipated squad revamp, with plans to offload at least 10 first-team players, signifies a bold step toward this transformation. Coupled with Ineos' recent investment and commitment to infrastructure improvements, the foundation is set for a potential resurgence. However, these changes require time and meticulous execution to steer Manchester United back to the summit of football. And this, folks, draws the curtains on this episode. If you enjoyed it, then hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more football analysis like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.